Welcome to Raiders Roundtable, presented by America First Credit Union. I'm JT. That's the legendary corner, Eric Allen. We knew we'd get some W's.
Yes.
We weren't going to get shut out down the stretch here.
That's right.
Raiders were waiting for a win. They've been playing hard all year. They got that win against the Jaguars Sunday.
Someone told me today it's been over 80 days, JT, since we've won a football game. And that felt great for the guys in the building, on the football field, all the players and coaches, staff. That was a really good win. Two football teams kind of in the same spot, right? You have two teams who had great expectations coming into the season, and at this point in the season has really struggled, but you saw the momentum of this football team. You saw what these guys were attacking the football on both sides of the ball, playing complementary football. Love to see this Raiders football team all playing as one.
Let's jump right into Brock Bowers. That had another big game, 13 targets, 11 receptions, 99 yards. I love the targets.
Yeah.
I love the way he gets off the line of scrimmage, comes back to the ball. We'll talk about this with Rich Gannon coming up here in a little bit, but another big game for Brock.
They must have been listening to us at the Torch before the game because JT always wants them to target Brock Bowers 10 or more times. And when you target him, other things start to happen that are very great for this football team. But he is just a tremendous football player. We're talking end of the season here with Brock Bowers, and he's not hit the rookie wall. He is just an incredible football player, able to line him up at all different spots, create opportunities for him. He has to be patient at sometimes it's explosive. The run after catch is right on point. Brock Bowers, one of the best offensive players in the National Football League already as a rookie.
Brian Thomas Jr. is an unbelievable player also
for
Jacksonville. Let's get into this.
Yeah, you see here the run after the catch, but all these things are designed. So going back to big-time players, you have to find a way to get them the ball early. Those first couple of plays, obviously for Brock Bowers, getting it done. And then on the other side, they have a guy, too, who gets it done. Brian Thomas Jr. is an incredible young player. He's the best offensive player in the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they do the same thing that we do. They continue to try and find ways to get him the ball so he can be an impact player. Both these guys actually yesterday targeted over double-digit times, big-time catches. He gets in the end zone. That's their player on offense, not as good as our player on offense, Brock Bowers.
Yeah, it's coming down to Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jaden Daniels is going to win the Rookie of the Year. What a game he had. But I like watching Thomas Jr. play.
Man.
I love watching guys play for the first time when you do the eyeball test. Believe me, he's legit. But you talked about Brock. I just love Brock's body language, too. He's showing more emotion. Like getting first downs, making plays. He doesn't dive out of bounds unless he has to to keep his body safe there. And he gets that extra yard and a half, those 2 yards, because he's so athletic as he's going out of bounds or diving forward.
Yeah, always going forward at the point of contact. You really like the fact that Brock has really elevated his route running game. If you see just kind of little nuances at the top of his route, he gives the defender a little shoulder left or right and then goes the opposite way, which is really good and creative for a young receiver at this point. I just love the fact that after the catch, and his catch radius is low, high, he's pulling balls off the ground, doing an outstanding job at that. But once he gets the ball in his hands, he's always finishing forward. He's always running through arm tackle, something that we expect from tight ends, but he has the game in hand right now. Catch is great, has a great catch radius, runs after catch on point, and then we're targeting him multiple times in the game. So he's going to continue to open up this offense as he's so productive.
I know you were excited about the safety play, Isaiah Palomar. What a game. What a physical player he is. And then Trayvon Merrick is having an outstanding year, and that's very important going forward with this team. Tom Telesco is going to have to evaluate this roster, who's coming back, who's getting signed, who's going to be the depth behind these starters overall. I'm telling you, I was sitting in my seats. I could hear the pads popping down there, and our safeties had an outstanding Sunday.
They did. I'm going to start with Isaiah. Isaiah did an amazing job yesterday. You see this here, punch out, the defenders really emphasizing in the game what they're talking about in practice. Trayvon's been playing at an all-Madden level all year long. All year long, JT. We've talked about him. He was the first guy the first practice, Max said, hey, watch this guy. That was in preseason. That was in training camp. Max was telling us to watch Trayvon, and he has really showed up all season long, just doing an incredible job of utilizing his veteran savviness, making sure all the young guys are in the right spots, but being able to play in the box, at the line of scrimmage, deep third. He is showing you that he's the type of safety that can play at all levels of our defense, make plays, understands what's going on. I just think these two safeties playing together, JT, have really found their kind of the way of playing physical, hard, tough, smart. They're doing everything it takes to be good time safeties in this league.
No turnovers for the Raiders, and they turned it over twice. Complimentary football. We've been talking about that all year.
Yeah, we have.
You got to clean that up. You got to find a way to get into the stat sheet, turn it over, and not turn it over. Look, Aiden didn't have a great game, but he didn't turn it over.
Yeah,
and there were no fumbles by the running backs, and they got the ball back when they had to. But I thought turning the ball over is something that Coach Pierce has been preaching along with Patrick Graham, and that was another important stat.
JT, you know, you've been playing football, watching football a long time. I've played a long time. That is the most important number in all of football, is a turnover. If you are able to get this kind of production from turn the ball over and not turn the ball over, you're going to win football games. Plain and simple. All the other stats, that's great and everything, time possession and red zone. I love red zone, and you love red zone too. But turnovers are it. That's why it's so important to have guys who can create turnovers, take the ball away, and then you have to have an offense, skill position guys who don't give it away. That is the number one number in all of football. At the end of football games, no matter where it is, beginning, preseason, if you can turn the ball over and not turn the ball, if you can get turnovers and not turn the ball over, you're going to be in a good spot at the end of football games to win them.
We sat on the set all year long, and we talked about turnovers and playing hard. Check the box. They played hard. They played like they had to win the game. Not that they wanted to win the game. Everybody wants to win. But they played with a sense of urgency in that building, especially in the fourth quarter. I'm wondering, you know, is Jacksonville going to cover this on the back end and win late because of where the score was and the final score? And the Raiders said, no, we're going to close out this game and get it done. So I like that. The team needed a win. And later on, we'll go into the scrum in the locker room, and we'll talk about how happy the players were. But coming up next, our MVP, Rich Gannon, will join us. You know how much he loves to break down tape.
I know.
And we'll hear what he has to say on the performance of Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders getting a much-needed win against the Jacksonville Jaguars next. Raiders Roundtable is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Dude, you are looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
it's gonna
It's gonna be me.
Dude, are you crying?
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs a big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy.
Now get 1.9 for 60 months plus 1,000 holiday cash plus no payments for 90 days on a 24 Ford F-150 STX.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
It's game day, the day we've been waiting for. And this is more than just a game, it's a passion, a lifestyle. Here at the Raider Image, you're part of our team. Whether you're in the stands or cheering from home, we've got your back. Feel the confidence, own the game. We are the Raider Image. Your game, your gear, exclusively at the Raider Image.
The great Rich Gannon joins us every week, our former MVP. So, Rich, the Raiders needed a win. They got it. Big picture first. What'd you see with the effort and the overall play?
Guys, I was really pleased, and I have been pleased with the effort. I don't think this is a question of guys not playing hard, not focusing, not finishing. There's guys flying around trying to make plays each and every week. It's been a very frustrating season for all of Raider Nation, and it's certainly for the players and coaches who put so much time, effort, and energy into preparing each week to go out and play at a high level. So I was happy for the players. You could see the relief from AP at his post-game press conference. You could just see the joy, right, for these players that have put in so much time in what has been a very disappointing season. So I'm encouraged. We've been talking about this for weeks, the importance of going out and playing a complete game. And I think we saw that yesterday from the Raiders. No turnovers for the first time this season. I think they played complementary football. I think there's a lot of good things on both sides of the ball in terms of effort and finish. I was pleased with Aiden O'Connell, again, in terms of him making plays. Guys, he made a lot of really good plays off script, right, where he had to move and get outside the pocket and keep plays alive. Extremely, when you watch him, he's very competitive. Football's important to him. Amir Abdullah, I thought he played terrific. Brock Bowers, guys, I mean, every week he seems to be breaking a new record defensively. I thought the safety play was outstanding. I thought the pass rush was coordinated and consistent throughout the course of the game. I just thought there was a lot of positives. The kicking game came through yesterday, and they cleaned up some mistakes they had made in previous weeks with special teams. So I think it speaks volumes about how the players feel about one another, how they feel about the coaching staff, that this team refuses to quit.
Yeah, I think so too, Rich. I think the morale in that locker room is right where it needs to be. That's really important. What popped off to me yesterday was the ability for Aiden outside the pocket. Man, he looked a little bit like the Rich Gannon of the 2000s, making plays with his legs. Talks a little bit about his performance yesterday and how I think he has really put himself in a position going forward, no matter what happens in the quarterback position, to be here with the Raiders.
Yeah, I think that's really important, EA. I think, 24 of 38 yesterday, 257. He's taking care of the football. He's making great decisions. The receiving core has gone through some changes, right? And we've got a play caller change. All that affects the young quarterback, right? We got to remember, Aiden O'Connell's not a 5, 6, 7, or 8, or even 10-year vet, right? He's in his second season. And I just thought there were some really good things that he did a year ago as a rookie in the midst of some difficult circumstances. And I'm just encouraged by this guy's willingness to hang in there and continue to compete. I mean, he went through, obviously, a difficult season. He didn't get the opportunity to start week one. When he does get the chance to play, he breaks his thumb. He comes back from that. He gets hurt and hurts his leg against the Bucs, and then he didn't play last week. So, I think it's kind of been a disjointed year. It's been a hard year to evaluate when you look at Aiden O'Connell, but I just see a lot of encouraging signs. He's got a lot of the qualities and the intangibles that you like at that position. And I just think that his competitive tentativeness is one of them, right? I think that despite the circumstances, this kid's going to go out and give you the best he's got each and every week. I thought he made a lot of big plays yesterday, right? Protection at times wasn't always great. His ability to step up and step out, going to his right or to his left. I think he's getting better and more comfortable throwing the ball on the move. And I think he does have some, athleticism. He's not fleet of foot. He's not, he's not going to run around like Lamar Jackson. That's not who he is. He's more of a pocket passer. But I think you can change the launch point with him a little bit, and I think we're starting to see that in Scott Turner's offense.
Rich, I know how you like to dive into individual cut-ups here with Brock Bowers. I love it. 13 targets, 11 receptions, 99 yards. What are you seeing at the line of scrimmage? Because we often talk about Kelsey, and sometimes he runs free and they don't hit him. Brock's a young player. He's very physical. Is he getting hit at the line of scrimmage? Is he getting bracketed over the top? What worked in that performance for Brock Bowers?
JT, I'm glad you asked me this question because I go back and I do watch Brock Bowers each and every snap. And a couple things stand out to me. I think the best thing he does, I think there's two things that he does that for a rookie is just unusual. I think his ability to escape and create some separation at the line of scrimmage, whether he's an inline player at your normal tight end position, whether he's lined up in the slot or outside. He does a great job with his upper body and his explosiveness and his quickness off the snap. So I think that's impressive. The other thing that he did an amazing job of again yesterday, and he's the best on the team at this, and it's not even close. Once the protection breaks down, once the quarterback leaves the pocket, watch Brock Bowers. Watch his ability to create separation. Watch his ability in the scramble drill to create a friendly angle and get open. Right? He just got a knack for it, regardless whether it's man or zone. He just got a real good feel for the type of coverage. A great example of that yesterday. Anybody wants to go back and look at it. There's a third down in the game on the boundary. And so Brock Bowers is on the sidelines. He turns upfield a couple steps to get the defender to turn, and then he pivots and stops and works right back down the boundary. And Aiden O'Connell's on his move to the right, and he throws it to him for an easy first down. And I think there's so many receivers, not just tight ends, but receivers in the game that don't do that. And I think that's what makes him such a great player. I was just looking at some numbers this morning, guys. 101 receptions on the season, over 1,000 yards. How about this? He's 10 receiving yards shy of breaking Mike Ditka's rookie tight end record. He's 5 receptions shy of breaking Puka Nakua's NFL rookie record. And he's 7 receptions shy of breaking Darren Waller's Raiders single season record. His 4th game with 10 or more receptions, which is tied for most by a rookie all time with Odell Beckham Jr., mind you, back in 2004. I mean, every week he seems to be breaking a new record. And we have 2 games left in the season. Before it's all said and done, he's going to own every rookie record. He's had an amazing season, especially when you consider who's been throwing him the football, guys. It's not been one guy. It's not been some, it's not some, perennial Pro Bowl quarterback. The Raiders have had to play multiple quarterbacks this year, and this young rookie has been outstanding and consistent week in and week out for the Raiders.
Yeah, I think him not hitting the rookie wall, for one, is just a huge accomplishment. But you are right. You see some things at the top of his routes that really give, no matter who's covering, linebacker, safety, or corner, really issues. So really happy. I think the one person we saw who benefited from that was Amir Abdullah yesterday and able to have a really impactful day, catching the ball on the ground, yards to catch. Talk to us about what you saw from Amir Abdullah.
I've always felt like this guy runs hard, EA, and I also think that he's gotten better in the passing game. And I think it's also a credit to the job that Aiden O'Connell did yesterday. There's a lot of examples where he dropped back, went through his reads and progressions, wasn't there, and checked the ball down underneath Amir Abdullah, and he created some great yak, after the catch. And I just think, I think it's reps, it's coaching, it's teaching that's still going on, which I think is impressive. But I just thought yesterday, this is a team that was committed to finding a way to get it done. And I think it was very apparent when you watched that game. It wasn't a great crowd. There's been a lot of distractions. It's the holidays, friends and family in town, all the distractions. And yet the Raiders went out there and I thought played one of their best games of the season, which I think is an encouraging sign. 2 more weeks to go, both winnable games in my opinion. And I think it's important for the Raiders to carry some confidence and momentum into this offseason.
Rich, on the defensive side, at the end of the year, I can't wait to get your opinion on Isaiah Palomal going forward. He fills in for Epps. He's really good in the box. Big game, really big game. He's been a reserve in the past. Will he be a starter? Will he be here long-term, working alongside Trayvon Merrick, who's having an outstanding year? The safety play was fantastic yesterday. They brought it hard, they defended well, and they turned the ball over.
And they showed up, right? They were around the ball a lot. And I think, that's encouraging. I love both these players. And I just think, I love it when a young player takes advantage of an opportunity. Somebody goes down, you get a chance to get more reps and more playing time, and you have a young player really step up and play well. And that's to me is encouraging. I just think that's becoming a position of strength when you look at our depth and talent in the secondary. I thought guys yesterday, the level of hitting, go back and watch the tape. There were some big hits in that game. And I think, you've been around. You see guys turn down hits late in the year. Guys don't want to go into the offseason and have to get a shoulder surgery or knee surgery. Guys start protecting themselves. You watch that tape yesterday, you're not going to see that when you watch the Raiders play. Right. We were talking before the segment about the game last night between the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Check out that tape. You're going to watch some hitting. But I saw that yesterday really on both sides of the ball. But you look at the Raiders and in that secondary, they came down with a purpose. They came down to smack some people around. That was good to see.
Rich, Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday with you and your family.
Merry Christmas, Rich.
You guys are the best. Take care.
The great Rich Gannon there. Hey, look, he's been on this show and on radio, and he's got a lot of different gigs, talking about playing hard at the end of the year, building momentum into the offseason. Fans need to understand that. Fans need to understand that these guys are getting paid. Yeah. And they're going into the holidays, and they want to win games, and no one knows that better than Rich Gannon.
Yeah, JT, we talk about it all the time. It's like a job interview. Yeah. So you're some of the fans are talking about, the Raiders shouldn't perform and try and win, but you're talking about guys who are not guaranteed opportunities for the most part at next year. So these guys are going to try and come into this building, try and make sure that the coaches, whatever they're emphasizing, they're going to try and put that product on the football field, and that's what we've seen, particularly in this Jacksonville Jaguars game.
Yeah, when we come back on Raiders Roundtable, we go into the scrum, hear what the players said in a very exciting locker room as we continue.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light Silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Dude, you were looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
It's gonna be me.
Dude, are you crying?
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy, Sam.
My boots? I did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Right now, lease a Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for $399 a month or a Bronco Big Bend for just $499 a month. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Raiders Roundtable is brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome back to Raiders Roundtable. We love doing this.
Yes.
Especially after a victory. We go back to the stadium last night. Let's start with Amir Abdullah.
What are some of the positives the offense can gain from this win today?
That we can hurt teams in a multitude of ways. Obviously, the passing game was on display today, but the run game was pretty good. I feel like, when we had opportunities. So I think the offense can, when we look at the film, we're going to have a lot more confidence of like, hey, man, if we just believe in the process of what we're putting out there in practice, we can hurt teams in a multitude of ways.
Let's spend a moment on him. That's a player. That's a football player. He's an actor. Right. He's acting in the offseason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talked to him in Costa Mesa about it. I just love his energy, his leadership on the sideline. I watch him a lot.
Yes, I want that veteran on the football team.
Yeah.
Because he's not just in the running back room, but he's also special teams guy. Mm-hmm. He's going to give you everything he has on special team as a returner, as a gunner. Doesn't matter, right? These are the kind of veterans you need on your football team who are able to speak in multiple rooms and tells you that they're giving effort. They understand what's going on. They know the momentum is really, really a good thing when you're winning football games. So I love Amir Abdullah and what he was able to do and bring yesterday in our stadium.
K'Lavon Chaison's had a big finish to this season. Let's check out what he had to say.
What's it say about this defense? You got so many guys that weren't even here really at training camp at the beginning of the year, but you guys have had a bunch of good games in a row together now.
It's a culture and an attitude that we bring in the building within the team, and obviously when you come in and it's quickly surrounding and encouraging once you walk in and kind of get on the same pages with everyone. So it felt good to be able to go out there and have everybody on the same page and be able to get the win today.
Interesting decision with him going forward.
Yeah,
he's a good player. He's a high draft pick. I like when you can get a high draft pick who has something to prove.
Right.
That's the poster guy for that.
Yeah, K'Lavon. Now, the smile was for the win, but remember, this was the team that drafted him. Right, so you have an opportunity to go against a team that drafted you, and you're playing well. You have some impact plays. K'Lavon is in a really good situation here. Obviously, Max Crosby is out, Malcolm Kuntz out, so that provides that great depth. And I think he, again, has proven that he's the kind of guy who belongs here in that rotation next year for the Raiders. So love the way K'Lavon has really approached his opportunities to get it done.
Let's hear from Brock Bowers as he had another big game.
What does a win feel like? What does it mean for this room?
I mean, we lost 10 straight, and I mean, just coming here and win. I mean, it just feels. I mean, the vibes are way better. Let's put it that way. I don't even know what to say.
What do you feel when you see the owner in here celebrating with a big smile on his face, shaking everyone's hands as well?
Oh, dude, I mean, it's awesome. Like I said, the vibes are just through the roof, and compared to the last 10 games. I mean, it's just awesome.
Very important for that winner, two-time national champion.
Right.
Think of all the locker rooms he was in at Georgia. Every game, they were winning. So he understands what it's like to win. He needed that.
Yeah, he's the focal point of our offense, T. And when you talk about having the responsibility of opening everything else up, around him, this young guy is playing at a really high level. He's an impact player, one of the best in the game right now. So you just you like his approach to the game, and that's a lot getting after the game for getting Brock Bowers. Usually Brock just gives you like one answer and gone. So we're excited. Yeah, we want it done. So I love where the direction that Brock is going and his offense is going. As long as Aiden can remain mobile, finding Brock Bowers down the football field, we're going to be in a good position.
All right, we're on to New Orleans. That's a hotbed for Raider Nation. Plus, you got the Sugar Bowl, and you got New Year's Eve, and the holidays coming off Christmas. When this game came on the schedule, Raider Nation looked at this and said, man, that's my road trip city, and maybe the Raiders keep the momentum going and get back-to-back wins.
Have to keep the momentum going. This is a winnable football game, and like we continue to say, this is job opportunities for everyone. Everyone's being evaluated. Even we're being evaluated. So this football team hopefully carries that momentum in to this Saints football game. Don't eat too much down there on Bourbon Street. Make sure it's a early night. But looking forward to this football team after what we saw yesterday at home.
Raiders beat, Raiders won in New Orleans against the Eagles in Super Bowl 15.
Right. Yep.
Jaws.
That's right.
Rod Martin with 3 interceptions in that game. For everyone at Silver and Black Productions, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, an unbelievable holiday season, everyone. We appreciate you coming back every week on Raiders Roundtable, and check out all of our content at Raiders.com.